Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today I have for you Game 2 between Roguish and Lesitte in the Steel Division 2 Playoffs Division 2. Let's dive right in. All right, here we are, folks. Spending a lot of time on this map lately. Tsel. And on the left here, we have Lesitte. I keep doing this. With 14th Infantry on Maverick income. And on the right here, in red, we have Roguish with Corpo Italiano and the Maverick income type. So here we are here. Yeah, I think both divisions suitable for this map. You can definitely make a lot of use of the looks and stuff out of 14th. Of course, you have the Shermans and everything. Obviously better infantry for Corpo, but you have the swarm factor of 14th for sure, and you have your high quality infantry. But zooming in here to Lesitte. Up north, he's got the AT rifle, the FK-288 AT gun, and the Grenadier with an MG42. They have a couple more AT guns, AT rifles, excuse me. Aufklär, the light 45 mil Ersatz MGs, another Grenadier. Going down in the middle, tons of AT rifles here, a bunch of Stostrus MP44s, 45 mil leader, Pioneer 4, some Grenadiers MG42 and a Stug 3E. And finally down south, we have the AT rifles, Stostrus Ersatz MGs, a leader, a FK-288 again, and Stug 3F8, which is the AT tank one out of the AT tab. Then up north here for Roguish, we have a Breda machine gun, some flamers, a 57mm cannon, jeeps, maros, arditis, parachudistes, and yeah. And then moving on, and we have a fighter right off the bat. We have some jeeps, Breda, and a parachudistes. Then we have some flamers, a machine gun, and then 75mm support gun, along with them Arditi, Guastatori, and leader down south, along with some more even further down south. If you guys enjoyed this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon. Thanks a bunch, guys. Let's dive right in here. So we have a P-39 right off the bat. Not sure, maybe he was afraid of the Ju-88 napalm cheese start. Honestly, I would have been disappointed in Lesitte if he had done that, and he didn't, so nothing to be disappointed about. Parachudistes. I got it now, I think. Now, I'm not a fan of these AT rifles at all. They are really bad. They only do 1 damage, so they don't actually kill stuff in 1 hit. Even transports. I don't even think they kill transports in 1 hit. So they are really, really bad, in my opinion. Easily the worst AT rifle in the game. So we can see here he's actually shooting. Let's see if he kills a Jeep in 1 hit. Nope. Nope. That's really bad. Yeah, really bad. I'm not 100% sure why you use these. There's so much more in 14th to use. But an aggressive push down south, I liked seeing this. There's not much to push for until you get to this flag, so you need to go quite deep, but it can definitely pay off here if your opponent's not expecting it, and clearly Roguish was not, having a couple infantry and stuff caught out in the road here. Or is that still getting pushed back? That P-39 doing some strafing, and against the disheartened troops there, it's quite effective. 13-11 here to Lesitte. Roguish sending nothing to the middle. Really odd, because this flag's quite easy to grab. But yeah, it's just overwhelming right now. Part of the issue with Corpo Italiano, it's infantry, just everything is a little expensive. You know, the base unit here is 25 points. This is like their base unit. The Parachudisti, you know, it's just not, they're not super efficient. They're very strong. You know, Maros being insanely powerful. Even Parachudistes are strong. Not when they're getting attacked by 4 different units, but they are strong. Another Ersatz getting forced back there, losing a couple troops. But it's just, everything's expensive for them. Everything costs a little bit more than it kind of should. Not that it should, but a little bit more than you want it to for it to be truly efficient and dangerous. On the other hand, 14th is just a basket of efficiency. You know, everything's cheap. So you're just paying for a lot of cheap stuff, so it's very possible to absolutely just swarm Corpo, which is what we're seeing here. P-39 doing its good work. Not sure why he kept moving this 57mm forward with all these machine guns here. But a 14-10 now to Lesitte. An early grab here. We see that 75mm howitzer here. The Corpo having access to this really strong Italian artillery. It's not big explosion, but they fire so fast. They all have radio. It's quite a deadly combo there. It's P39 doing pretty good work on these support weapons, doing a lot of damage to all of them. Out of ammo now, so finally going to get fallen back. Flakverling coming in here should be able to shut down any sort of airplay like that again. We have double Staghound coming in to try to push back some of these infantry. He even lost the RDT here. Yeah, his infantry is getting caught out there, and they need to kind of be CQC other than the quadruple Bren squads, you know, the Maros or the Fucilieri kind of units. Flakverling a little too far back to stop the Baltimore. Although, you know, it needs a little veterancy. A little bit of veterancy. Ooh, Bomber kills the leader and the Stolztrupp and a good chunk of the other one. Big hit there. Baltimore smoking, so this will be out of action for quite a while. Stewart's moving in. A good call-in, except, you know, the FK-288 still hanging around, and that counters these quite well. So Roguish definitely on the back foot. He sent all these troops up north and then isn't really doing anything. He can easily grab this flag. There's really not anything there to stop him. If he just moves the infantry right to about here, he can easily grab that flag and bring this back to a 13-11. Is it time and attention to be sucked in, though? Here's the thing. Once you push your opponent, you know, back behind this river, essentially, it is very hard to get back in. You know, your reinforcement routes take you right onto this road. Their AT guns can be placed here, armor, whatever. And he's moving in a 45 mil right now to kind of cut off some more of these reinforcement roads. Can be very tough from this position for Roguish already. This left side of the map has to really be quite aggressive because the flags are quite deep for the blue side. So you got to go pretty far to get a lot of them. But once you do, you get... it's very easy to cut off your opponent's reinforcements. It's very easy to stop them from getting back into the places you've captured, which makes it really hard. Now, finally, we see Roguish making a move up north here. Grenadier, though, catching out the Maros in no cover. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that MG42 just does so much damage. Even the singular one, so effective. Infantry finally pushing back onto this hill. The Guastatori here, really beaten down, using his leader a little bit aggressively. The leaders, they're chunky leaders, but he's obviously been quite hurt at this point. Transport was killed by the Stug 3, 57 mil, trying to unload and get in a position to kill that. Stug 3 F8 is out of the AT tab. It's a Stug 3 with a little less armor. It's a lightly armored. Basically, it's like almost downgraded to a Panzer IV, a cheap Panzer IV. And that's right, I said downgraded. 57 mil, getting that first pen, gonna get that second one. Stug 3 goes down, nice kill there. P39 going after that JU-88. Unfortunately, though, that Flakverling is going to see it. If it retreats the wrong way, it will die. But it does retreat the correct way, so it should survive. But it's already smoking. Oh, it might die still. Ew. 75 mil going after these AT rifles here. Kind of strange. I would honestly send it over against that Flakverling. I mean, that's what you want dead. An expensive unit like that is keeping back your Air Force. Corpo Italiano Air Force, really quite an important tool, as it is in many of these allied divisions. Alright, he needs to move these guys out literally like an inch, and he will have it. The double Bren will beat the MG42. There we go, recaptured that, 13-11. He's still, like, in the single tick, but, you know, there's no reason to be giving up that flag. Some infantry moving in with half-track support. Big difference maker then. You got the Begleitgrens now. So these are the elite units of 14th. You have your kind of filler, you know, garbage infantry, your grenadiers, which are really quite weak. But they're only 20 points, so very spammable. So let's call them spammy infantry. And then you have your elite units, the Begleitgrenadiers, the Begleit Pioneers, the Pioneer SVTs. I mean, elite's a strong word for Pioneers SVTs, but they're a solid upgrade over normal Pioneers. Flakverling does stop the bomber straight up. I'm not sure what he was going for. Maybe the FK-288? Might even die, because now it has double. It has the double veterancy here, and it does. That's showcasing the difference that veterancy makes on AA. It's massive. The difference your AA experiences when it gets veterancy is insane. More so than any other unit in the game, AA benefits from veterancy in a very significant and noticeable way. Especially when you get up to, like, doubling these Flakverlings and things like that. They just become so deadly. So, just something to keep in mind. If you've got an extra leader lying around, throw it next to your AA. It's going to make a world of difference for you. Now, transport's coming in extremely aggressively. Oh my goodness. Roguish, what are you doing? Good lord. Good lord, man. Look, see, the PZB does not kill these transports in one shot. It's absolutely horrible. Like, what's the point? That died because it had other damage on it from other things. Yeah, that was a really bad push by Roguish. That was just like an unnecessary... I mean, much better to set up some support weapons and, you know, a Sherman here or whatever. He doesn't actually have any heavy AT. You know, Sherman, even the Stuarts here, like, he didn't move those in first to kind of clear the way for himself. 45 mil, though, can definitely take out these Stuarts. He's got to probably back them up. Stuart's doing nice work taking out some stuff, but down goes one already, and the other's going to go down soon. Infantry are pinned down because they're out in the open. Yeah, I'm not, again, not sure what Roguish was hoping for there. I mean, he saw the number of troops that got pushed into this town. It's not like it's empty. Very odd, very odd. Staghound, putting some support down on these Beglite Grenadiers here. I like to see Lesitte just saying, screw trying to capture this forest here. He just pushes around and goes to the flag. A nice play. Heads up move there. IG-33 getting in position. This is what I'm talking about when I say it's so easy to cut off the return areas here. So now his artillery is targeting the AA, but it looks like Lesitte is on top of the micro, moving that there. Stug 3 coming in to take out these Staghound. PZB, again, essentially useless. I don't like those at all. Luke's 2, though. This is a very dangerous weapon to all these infantry. Very effective autocannon card. It's not a recon unit, so it actually can hold territory. So it could probably move up to, like, here really safely. This 57 mil cannon's floating around, but yeah, pretty safe. It could be quite safe. Zooming back down here. Baltimore does get the bombs off, but fails to kill the 288, probably because of some suppression from the, you know, flak-reeling over here. IG-33 deleting one of the Gustatori. I'm a fan of 14th. I don't play it well, but it is a fun division, and especially with the buffs to the flak-reelings, it made the division very viable again. It was basically, I wouldn't say unviable, but it struggled because its AA is so limited. And before flak-reelings were really not that good, so because of that, it was a really hard division to successfully use. But now with the buffs to this, it's a very solid division once again. 45 mil takes out the Stuart, and these infantry, I don't know why Roguish isn't retreating these. He's just letting this IG-33 wipe them out. Remember, when you retreat your units, they get a damage debuff, so essentially they get less damage. The damage to them is debuffed, so you want to fall back. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't know which way they're going. Just as long as they're falling back, they're taking less damage, they'll survive. Now, Roguish on a 17-7 grabbing this flag down south. He's got the flag in the middle. He re-grabbed this flag up north. Oh, this is just not going good for Roguish. And we're just into B phase, so the flood is coming, and you can just see he's got... Roguish has so little, and bringing in 3 Shermans here. I don't think that's the solution to his problems here. I really don't. And there's nothing down south. Once this Parata Giudisti dies, it's going to go bloop. And a recon jeep coming in, still not something else. And when that happens, the issue is then your opponent knows you have nothing there and can just be super aggressive. Now, there's nothing else to capture here other than this flag, but he can now secure this and know for sure he's got this flag. Henry 2 Luke's backing up, staying out of the 57 mil range. Artillery landing right on him. So he may go down to that. Fire your SVTs moving in. They will still really struggle against these units in here. Parachaturisti catching out the Beglite Grenadiers. Beglite significantly better infantry, but with the cover differential, could still be a little bit dangerous. JU, though, coming in, taking out that Beretta inside. Now, it looks like the quality of the Beglites is just too much for the Parachaturisti to do it. Bren guns are just... Oh, nope, there it is. Yep, he did get pinned down. That cover difference. Ooh. Fighter gets shot down there. I believe that was... Yeah, it should have been. There's no AA over here. So that was the P-39 we saw floating around. Now dead. Parachaturisti, really... I mean, if anything, he could at least back it up and, like, sit it on the river or something. But he's just sitting there letting it die to the 45. And once it does, again, a big bulge coming in. Although we have some para-assaults coming in. Focke-Wulf 189 coming in. Love these things. Little 50 kilogram bombs. Recon that has bombs is just really strong because you actually can keep track of your target and deliver some really accurate strikes. RDT versus Pioneer SVT here. RDT technically the much stronger unit, but Lesitte better on his micro. Remember, falling back reduces the damage, so the damage from the TNT was significantly reduced versus the RDT, who did not fall back and took the full brunt of that grenade. Parachaturisti catching out these pioneers now, but they definitely will not survive this engagement, at least I would think. Yeah, there we go. Luke's moving in, but obviously it stands no chance against that Sherman. Sherman's finally reaching the battlefield, although it looks like one is already dead. Is that a dead Sherman there? No, that's a half-track. Oh no, there's a second Sherman. 75 mil, trying to pin down some of these enemy troops here. Oh, the leader's the first one to get found by the Pioneer. This is a disaster. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, geez. Oh, and here comes the Focke-Wulf, gonna deliver another Haymaker. Ooh, and now the Pioneer SVT can surrender those. Remember, if a leader is pinned down, it no longer supplies its, like, surrender resistance. And all those infantry getting surrendered. 16-8 now for Lesitte. This is a rout. This is well and truly a rout. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Corpo. I tried this in a league game or a tournament game a couple months back, and it was so bad. This division felt strong at some points, and now lately, I don't know, it just feels really quite bad. It can be, again, it has good factors to it. It's not that it's a bad division, it just, to me, feels like it really underperforms what it looks like it should do. Sherman's pushing forward, Roguish just going for a full-on push through. This double star flak drilling, though, just so darn dangerous. The Baltimore does get the bombs off, but it goes down, flying right into that flak drilling. Another big kill there. Luke's 2 should go down to this Sherman. Oh no, the Sherman's going after the Stug. Oh, and a shooter killed. What a crit. Stug is going to get a free kill now on this Sherman. It goes down, actually just surrenders to the Pioneer SVT. These Shermans are going to get popped, like cut off, and this little bubble's going to get popped really quick. FK 288 still covering down the road. A whole bunch of infantry coming in here for the town. It's kind of a misappropriation at this point. It's not like he was getting pushed there. More now, the Z107B BIS series, the Alcione, coming in. This is, yeah, and he's just flying it into the flak drilling again. Now, these do have very good resilience, so these will not go down as easily, but even with the very good resilience, look how much damage that flak drilling is doing. God, the veteran scene in these things is absolutely insane. God, taking it down single-handed. I don't know why Roguish keeps flying planes into this thing. They're going to die. And now this one's just flying to nothing. It must have lost sight of its bombing target, and now it's going to fly back over. Oh, no, no, not back over the flak drilling. Stop. All right, good. It's turning enough that it's not going to insta-die again. These Shermans now cut off. I mean, now technically they're hidden, I guess. I mean, I always think that, though. Whenever I cut one of these things off, all of a sudden it's like, well, now their troops could be anywhere. Feels like I'm back in Warno. Staghound, no chance against that. Stug 3 goes down easy there. These Begleits and Pioneers should easily be able to kill these paratroopers. And we'll capture another flag, go to the 18-6, and pick up the triple tick. I'm not sure what Lesitte is waiting for. BF 109, G4, these really aren't good. That's okay, with the flak drillings floating around, it's sitting around, you know, they're pretty safe. I don't know what Roguish is doing with this bomber. He finally drops the bombs. These Shermans are, you know, they're nice. They're hiding back here, but they're not actually going after anything. Ooh, the commander goes down. That's the dangerous thing about throwing your commander next to your flak, your AA, because AA is a prime target for artillery. So down goes the veterancy, and the danger to Roguish's planes is significantly reduced. BF 109 on the back of this Alcione does actually manage to shoot it down. Wow, that right there is a miracle. We don't see those things kill much. So that's a nice change to see. These Shermans, they're in the backlines, but they're blind. They can't see stuff. They can see other vehicles, and that's about it. Any infantry or anything will be completely safe from these. Tiger moving in to cut off the Sherman, and the thing is too, the Shermans are revealing their location. And, I mean, they would have been spotted anyway by the Focke-Wulf, but any plane is revealing their location because they're shooting their machine gun. And here comes the JU going after that tank. Certainly won't kill it, but we'll begin the process. We now have the 18-6, the Parachaturisti going down here. The second this Beretta goes down, there'll be another flag. Yes, this is a smackdown. Only a minute 40 left. I don't see any way back into this for Roguish. He just, look how few troops he has. He's called artillery. Another blob of Shermans. Tiger. Now, the Tiger can be shot from both sides here. So side shots here would be very effective. It does get a pen. So the Tiger is penned once here. But now that you're down to one Sherman, the likelihood of that is much, much lower. Yeah, this is rough. Bomber hitting that Begleitgren. It looks like he will recapture this flag. Well, maybe not with the Stugs here. Sherman did recapture that, bringing it back to a 2-minute ticker. Whole bunch of para-assaults coming in. These would be really good in the forest, but he's having a hard time getting to the forest at this point. Infantry cut off here. Sikung sitting in transports, all that good stuff. Whole bunch of it. I'm not sure where he's... I mean, what's he pushing for here? From this side. The Panzer Lukes will still kill all those very easily. Yeah, just a rough game for Roguish. Just a rough game. He did push these Begleits out down here, so he's holding that southern flag again, but... Triple Sherman delivering their rage onto this poor Grenadier. Artillery going after, I assume he thought the IG-33 was there, because otherwise I'm not sure the point of that. Infantry just pushing out into the open, just because, I guess. Yeah, they have absolute, especially the Maros have absolutely no chance of this. Yeah. Pack 40 on the hill here, catching out them Shermans. Stugs could probably move forward, although, yeah, the Shermans can definitely kill them. But with this many Shermans, that Pack 40 is going to get pinned down. He needs to turn the APCR off on it. Only 30 seconds left, though. Beaufighter here. Beaufighter coming in. AT, very strong AT rocket plane. This can very consistently kill tanks in one go. Another plane goes down here. Despite the flak for Ling not having that anymore. And Roguish finally throws in the towel. That's game 2. Lesitte moving on to the semifinals, and I will be seeing him there. Very exciting. 2,055 to 455. Yeah, this was a rough one. Rough one to watch. Basically overwhelming. Way too much investment into the Air Force here. That really wasn't paying off for him. Flying planes directly into those, and then overinvestment into just Shermans, like blobs of Shermans. I'm not sure what his goal there was with those. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting him on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.